Listen to me, success is not accidental. Purpose is not fulfilled by wishing. Destiny does not come to the lazy. Every dream requires a demand, and the price you pay is called work. Many people pray for success, but they don't prepare for it. They talk about greatness, but they never discipline themselves for it. They want the reward, but they avoid the responsibility. Let me tell you something, the promise is for everyone, but the manifestation is for those who work harder when no one is watching. Success is never accidental, it is the reward of consistent, disciplined hard work. Too many people believe that success is the result of luck, timing, or being at the right place at the right moment. But the truth is, nothing great has ever been achieved by accident. Every person who reached the top of their field, every leader who transformed nations, every visionary who built something lasting did so because they refused to settle for average effort. They were not just dreamers, they were doers. They understood that talent can open the door, but only hard work keeps you inside the room. Success doesn't happen overnight. It is born out of long nights, countless failures, and unwavering dedication when no one is clapping for you. Hard work is the bridge between intention and manifestation. You can have the greatest vision in the world, but without the labor to match it, it remains only an idea. Every time you work, you're not just completing a task, you are cultivating discipline, building endurance, and developing mastery. The ones who succeed are not necessarily the most gifted, but the ones who stay consistent when motivation fades. Because motivation is temporary, but discipline is a decision. Discipline is what drives you to keep moving when the excitement is gone, when progress feels slow, and when the results are invisible. The person who embraces the grind understands that every small action matters. It's the daily effort, the repetition of excellence, that compounds over time into greatness. You cannot cheat the process. Every shortcut you take robs you of the strength the journey was meant to build in you. The seed you plant today will only bear fruit if you keep watering it tomorrow. Success is a law of sowing and reaping. The harvest comes only to those who keep their hands to the plow even when the soil feels dry. The world often celebrates the outcome, but it rarely sees the unseen effort that created it. The hours of practice, the sacrifices, the tears, the doubts, all of these become invisible ingredients in the recipe for success. Those who reach the top understand this truth: consistency is more powerful than intensity. Anyone can work hard for a day, but those who work hard every day are the ones who build something unshakable. It's not about doing extraordinary things occasionally, it's about doing ordinary things with extraordinary consistency. True success requires focus, patience, and resilience. It demands that you push through when it's inconvenient and keep showing up even when no one notices. Because success doesn't reward the talented, it rewards the persistent. Every act of discipline, every extra hour, every sacrifice made in silence adds up to something that cannot be denied. The world may not see your effort now, but in time, it will reveal what you've built in private. Success is the echo of your persistence, the reflection of your labor, and the manifestation of the work you refuse to avoid. Opportunity responds to preparation, work before the door opens. Many people wait for the perfect moment to start, believing that success will come once the right opportunity arrives. But opportunity does not come to those who wait idly, it comes to those who are already working. Preparation is the silent investment that turns potential into performance. When you prepare in private, you position yourself for the moments that can change everything. The reason many people miss their breakthrough is not because it never came, but because they were not ready when it did. Every great opportunity carries a demand, and only those who are trained, disciplined, and equipped can meet it. Preparation is proof of expectation. When you truly believe something great is ahead, you don't sit back and hope, you work as if it's already on the way. You train your mind, sharpen your skills, build your character, and strengthen your discipline. You don't wait for someone to notice you, you prepare until they can't ignore you. The people who seem to get lucky were often the ones who have been preparing in silence for years. They didn't stumble upon success, they were ready when success came knocking. When you work before the opportunity arrives, you build a foundation strong enough to sustain it. Many people dream of elevation, but without preparation, elevation can become destruction. The higher you rise, the stronger your foundation must be. Preparation develops that foundation. It teaches you patience, humility, and the value of process. It molds your character to handle the weight of success. Without preparation, the very thing you prayed for could overwhelm you. The world rewards those who are ready. Every skill you develop today, every book you read, every hour you spend refining your craft is a seed planted for the opportunities of tomorrow. The doors of success do not open randomly, they open to those who have the keys of preparation. When the moment comes, it will be too late to start getting ready, you must already be prepared to step through. The most successful people don't start working when they see the opportunity, they recognize it because they've been working all along. Preparation also builds confidence. When you've put in the effort, when you've done the work, when you've mastered your craft, you walk into every situation with quiet assurance. You're not afraid of competition because you know you've prepared for your moment. You understand that success doesn't favor the wishful, it favors the ready. Hard work in advance gives you authority when opportunity arrives. Never underestimate the power of unseen work. The hours that no one applauds, the effort no one recognizes, the consistency no one praises, that's where true preparation happens. Those private moments of diligence create public seasons of success. Opportunity is not a coincidence, it's the intersection of preparation and timing. When preparation meets the right moment, doors open that others only dream of. That is why you must work before the door opens, because when it does, you won't have time to prepare. Only to perform. Hard work is not punishment, it is the process that shapes your character and destiny. Many people misunderstand the purpose of hard work. They see it as a burden, as something unfair or exhausting, but in reality, it is the very tool that molds you into the person capable of carrying your dreams. Every struggle, every challenge, every long day and restless night is not meant to destroy you, it is meant to build something within you. Hard work refines your character, strengthens your resolve, and develops the discipline needed to sustain success once you achieve it. Without it, even the most talented person will crumble under the weight of their own potential. Hard work reveals who you really are. When things get difficult, when the results are slow, when no one is watching, that's when your true nature shows. Some people quit when things become uncomfortable, while others grow through the discomfort. The difference between the two is mindset. The one who understands that hard work is a process sees the struggle not as a wall but as a pathway. Every hour of effort is a seed planted in the soil of your future. The harvest may not come immediately, but the roots are growing deep. That is how character is formed, in silence, in patience, and through persistence. When you work hard, you are not just chasing success, you are shaping identity. The process teaches humility because you realize that greatness is earned, not given. It teaches patience because every worthwhile thing takes time. It teaches endurance because you learn to keep going when you have every reason to stop. Hard work transforms you from someone who desires success to someone who deserves it. It strips away pride and excuses and replaces them with strength and focus. That transformation is more valuable than the achievement itself. Every moment of hard work leaves a mark on your destiny. The lessons you learn in the struggle prepare you for the challenges that come with greater responsibility. Without the process of labor and effort, success would destroy you, because you would not have the character to manage it. Hard work builds that inner strength. It aligns your habits with your vision, your actions with your values, and your discipline with your dreams. It is not punishment, it is preparation. The beauty of hard work is that it always pays off, not always in immediate results, but always in growth. Every challenge faced, every failure endured, every effort made adds something to you that can't be taken away. The discipline you gain becomes part of your identity. The wisdom you develop becomes part of your decision-making. The resilience you build becomes part of your destiny. Hard work shapes you into the person who can handle the promise, who can lead with integrity, and who can sustain success long after others have given up. It is the furnace that burns away weakness and produces strength, transforming you into the version of yourself that your purpose requires. You cannot rise above the level of your effort. Comfort kills calling. Many people want success, but they want it without sacrifice. They dream of greatness, but they are not willing to leave their comfort zones to pursue it. Comfort feels safe, predictable, and easy, but it is also the place where potential dies quietly. The truth is, no one reaches the next level while staying in the same habits, the same routines, and the same comfort that keeps them small. Every level of growth requires a new level of effort, and that effort always demands discomfort. You cannot step into your calling while clinging to convenience. Effort is the proof of desire. You can say you want something, you can talk about your dreams all day long, but your effort is what reveals how serious you are. Your results will always match your level of commitment. The one who works harder, sacrifices more, and stays consistent when others quit will always rise higher. Success has never bowed to wishful thinking, it responds to persistence. If you give little effort, you get little reward. If you give all you have, life gives back in proportion to your dedication. You cannot expect extraordinary results from an ordinary work ethic. Comfort is dangerous because it convinces you that you're fine where you are. It whispers that there's no need to push harder, that you've done enough, that you can rest when there's still more in you. But the moment you settle for comfort, you begin to decline. Growth stops the instant effort stops. Every calling demands a level of sacrifice, and those who avoid sacrifice never experience the fullness of their purpose. Comfort keeps you in a cycle of mediocrity, where you repeat the same year over and over again, never truly moving forward. To rise higher, you must be willing to do what others won't, to stay late, to rise early, to give more when it costs you something. Effort is the great equalizer. Talent may give you a head start, but effort determines who finishes strong. There are countless people with potential who never reach their destiny because they never apply enough effort to activate it. The difference between those who talk about greatness and those who live it is found in the hours of unseen labor, the moments of unseen sacrifice, the days spent pushing when it would have been easier to rest. Every breakthrough you desire is on the other side of consistent effort. When you start pushing beyond your comfort zone, you discover strength you didn't know you had. Every challenge stretches you, every struggle sharpens you, every act of persistence builds endurance. Your calling will never fit within the boundaries of comfort. It requires courage, faith, and relentless work. The more effort you give, the more capacity you build, and that capacity becomes the platform for your destiny. Comfort will always call your name, but if you want to rise, you must choose effort over ease, growth over rest, and purpose over pleasure. Greatness must be earned. Prayer without work produces nothing. Many people hope for success, wish for breakthroughs, and pray for opportunities, yet they fail to take the consistent actions that bring those desires to life. Faith is powerful, but faith without effort is empty. Every dream requires participation, every promise demands preparation, and every blessing carries responsibility. You cannot expect divine results while giving human excuses. The power of prayer is released through the power of work. What you ask for must align with what you are willing to labor for. Greatness is not granted simply because you want it, it must be earned through sweat, discipline, and endurance. It requires long hours of dedication, moments of sacrifice, and the willingness to stay focused when distractions are loud. Many people pray for success but forget that God blesses the work of your hands, not the wishes of your mind. If your hands are idle, there is nothing for Him to bless. You cannot expect a harvest from a field you never planted. The effort you give becomes the seed, and the consistency you maintain becomes the watering that leads to growth. There is a divine principle that rewards labor. Every act of discipline, every extra hour of practice, every sacrifice made in silence adds weight to your potential. You may pray for strength, but strength is developed when you lift the weight of responsibility. You may pray for wisdom, but wisdom grows when you act, fail, learn, and try again. Work is not a curse, it is a gift that shapes you into the person capable of carrying greatness. Without it, potential remains dormant, and purpose remains unfulfilled. Greatness is not the result of a single moment, it is the sum of thousands of unseen choices. It is built in the quiet hours when no one is watching, in the moments when quitting feels easier than continuing, in the days when you do your best even when you see no immediate reward. That is the price of greatness. It doesn't come to those who merely desire it, it comes to those who prepare, persist, and perform. Prayer opens the door, but hard work walks you through it. You cannot wait for life to hand you greatness, you must rise up and earn it through diligence. Even the most powerful vision will fade if it's not supported by consistent effort. Every time you act, every time you give your best, you are aligning your faith with your works. True faith does not sit idle, it moves, it builds, it perseveres. Greatness is the result of divine partnership. God gives you potential, but you must cultivate it. The soil of success only responds to those who are willing to labor in it. The combination of belief and effort is what turns dreams into destiny, and every step of hard work becomes proof of your faith in what you are becoming. Work harder than you feel like, because your future deserves more than your excuses. There will always be moments when motivation fades, when you feel drained, uninspired, or uncertain. Those are the moments that test the strength of your commitment. Anyone can work when it feels good, but champions work even when it hurts. Success is not built on emotion, it's built on discipline. You will not always feel ready, but you must always be willing. Every time you push through resistance, you prove to yourself that your purpose is stronger than your feelings. Excuses are the greatest enemies of progress. They sound reasonable, they sound harmless, but they quietly destroy potential. Every excuse delays your destiny, every justification slows your journey. The truth is, no one ever achieved greatness by waiting for perfect conditions. You will never feel fully ready, fully energized, or fully certain, and that's why you must act anyway. Progress is made by those who move forward despite discomfort, despite fear, despite fatigue. Working harder than you feel like means choosing your purpose over your emotions. It means showing up when it's inconvenient, giving your best when no one would blame you for resting, and continuing when quitting seems easier. Your future is shaped by the effort you give today. Every hour you invest, every sacrifice you make, every decision to keep going becomes a building block for the life you are creating. The version of you that you dream of becoming is waiting on the other side of consistency. If you stop when you're tired, you'll never see what happens if you keep going. Discipline is doing what must be done, even when you don't feel like doing it. It's waking up early when you'd rather sleep, staying focused when distractions tempt you, and giving your best even when no one is watching. That is the mindset that separates achievers from dreamers. Excuses promise comfort, but they steal growth. Every time you choose comfort, you trade progress for temporary ease. The people who rise above mediocrity are not those who had it easier, they are those who refused to give up when it was hardest. They pushed past laziness, past doubt, past pain, and found power in persistence. Working harder than you feel like builds resilience, and resilience becomes the foundation of success. It teaches you that you are stronger than your feelings, that you can keep going even when your mind tells you to stop. Your future is far too valuable to be sacrificed for temporary comfort. The life you dream of, the goals you've set, the calling that burns in your heart, all of it requires more from you than excuses can give. When you work harder than you feel like, you create momentum, and that momentum becomes the force that carries you forward. Every time you push yourself, you stretch your limits, and those stretched limits become your new strength. Your future is counting on your effort, not your comfort, because only through relentless work does purpose turn into reality.